Hello students, welcome to Akshara 8 Foundation. So today we are going to start a new topic that is optics. So what is optics and where it can be applicable? To understand this optics, what are the basic points we need to remember? What are the basic definitions we need to remember? And what are the properties of light? Okay, we have to discuss. So about that and all we are going to see here in the optics chapter. See, basically optics is nothing but it is the branch of physics which studies about the nature of light and its properties. It is known as optics. See, optics is nothing but the branch of physics, branch of physics, branch of physics which deals with which deals with the nature of light and its properties, nature of light and its properties and its properties and its properties. Okay, is called optics. Is called optics. See, this optics is basically is classified into two types. Okay, optics is classified into two types. They are ray optics and physical optics. Ray optics and physical optics. Ray optics and second one is physical optics. Physical optics. Ray optics or physical optics, or it is also known as wave optics. Wave optics. Wave optics. Ray optics, or it is also known as geometrical optics. Geometrical optics. Geometrical optics. Geometrical optics there. Okay. So optics is nothing but it is a branch of physics which deals with the nature of light, and it will be studies about the nature of light there and its properties What are the properties of the light will exhibits? So it will exhibit there. So about that it is going to be learned, and so while we are studying the nature of the light, so we are going to see there two natures of the light there, like it will be have the particle nature and the wave nature. It will have the wave nature and the particle nature. So then if we consider it is a particle nature or the particle nature and the wave nature, so there are two different kinds of optics we are going to see here based on the wavelength of the light and in which it is encountered with the object there. Okay, suppose the wavelength of light is treated as very small as compared to the size of the objects on which the light is the light will encounter. So when it is traveling, so the optics is said to be the ray optics. Okay, ray optics is the branch of physics which studies about the nature of light, in which the wavelength of light is considered as very small, as negligible compared to the size of the object. Then that optics is said to be the ray optics, and physical optics are wave optics. So wave optics is nothing but the branch of physics in which the wavelength of the light is bigger than the size of the objects on which it is fall there, or the size of the objects through which it is passing there. Okay, that is called the wave optics there. So here in the ray optics, wavelength of light is considered as very small than the size of the objects, or obstacles there. Okay, so this optics is said to be the ray optics. And now here physical optics. Here the wavelength of the light is much greater than the size of the objects which the light encounters in its path there, okay, size of the objects, size of objects, okay. So that optics is said to be the wave optics or physical optics there, okay. So now, so first of all we'll see here, we'll understand this ray optics. Here in the ray optics, the wavelength of light is considered as very small compared to the size of the object through which it passes, the light passes there, okay. So now here to understand this ray optics there, to understand the ray optics, we'll use the geometrical principles to understand the nature of light and its phenomena, its properties, okay. So that is the reason why it is said to be the ray optics or geometrical optics there, okay. So as the optics is explains about the nature of light there, then we should understand what is the light actually. So what is the light actually? What is the light? So light is a form of energy which gives the sensation of sight or vision, okay. So light is a form of energy. It is a one type of energy which gives the sensation of eye, which gives the sensation of sight or vision there, okay. So even though if we have the eye, we cannot see the objects around us without light, okay. If there is a light is there, then only we can see there. The light rays which are reflected from the objects, they are enter into our eye, and there is a refraction through the eye lens, it takes place and image forms, then we can see the image. That image which is inverted on the retina, so that can be converted into the electrical signal. Light energy can be converted by the electrical into the electrical signal by the cones and rods are present in the retina. So then the nerves through the optical nerve, the electrical signal will be given to the brain. So brain can analyze what is the object is seen by a person there, okay. So now, so that all mechanism will be takes place. So within the fraction of seconds there, it can be due to the light. In presence of light only that process can be happen. Otherwise, we cannot see the light. So we can see the example. If we enter into the dark room, then immediately we cannot see the objects around us there. So after a certain time there, when the light enters into the eye, okay, and a small amount of light, okay, then we can see the objects around us. We can see the objects around us with a small amount of small intensity of light there, okay. We can see the things around us there. So as soon as we enter, we cannot see that then, right, because there is no reflection of light from the objects which has to be enter into our eye. So that process cannot be takes place in the absence of light there, okay. So this is the importance of light, that energy has to be there, the energy of this light, it should be present there to the function of our eye there, okay. So the main source of this light, we know that it is a sun. From the sun we will get the light there. So the light will be travel from the sun to the planet Earth in the time of 8 minutes it will be taken. And with what speed it will be travel there? We know that the light will be travel in the vacuum or in the air. The speed of light can be, so it can be denoted by the letter C there. The C is equals to 3 into 10 to the power of 8, 3 into 8, 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Or we can say this is equals to 3 into 10 to the power of 5 kilometer per second, means 3 lakhs kilometer per second there. So with that speed it will be travel there in the vacuum or in the air there. So light in a medium, in a homogeneous medium there. So it will be travel in a straight line path. That property of the light is said to be the rectilinear property of light, that we will be discussed detailedly in the properties of light then, okay. So now light is a form of energy which gives the sensation of sight or vision, is known as light, and light will be travel in the air or in the vacuum with 3 lakhs kilometer per second there, or 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second speed. And while light is traveling in the medium, so it will be travel in a straight line path. That straight line path is known as the light ray. It can be denoted by, so it can be denoted by a straight line with an arrow is the ray of light, okay. So to understand these properties of light, okay, to understand the properties of light, we need to understand, we need to know these all the definitions like a ray, light ray, okay. So like a light ray. So light ray is nothing but the amount of light which is traveling in a straight line path, the light energy which is traveling in a straight line path is denoted by a straight line with an arrow. It is said to be the ray of light or light ray. So that all the bundles of light rays or bunch of light rays is said to be the beam of light. Bunch of light rays or bundles of light rays is said to be the beam of light there. Okay. So about this, all the basic definitions we are going to see there. So then afterwards, we can see the properties of light and how the properties will be exhibits when it will be encounters the objects. So then what is the phenomena will be takes place, that we are going to see here. So in this chapter there, okay. So then we'll see there now light ray or ray of light. So already I said there, ray of light is nothing but the energy which is traveling in a medium in the straight line path is said to be the ray of light or light ray. The bunch of ray of lights are known as beam of light. Okay, the ray of light. So first definition we should know, that is ray of light. Ray of light. Ray of light. So ray of light is nothing but the light energy traveling in a homogeneous medium in a straight line path is called as the light energy. The light energy is traveling. The light energy is traveling in a straight line path. In a straight line path and path in the homogeneous medium. In the homogeneous medium. The homogeneous medium is known as ray of light. Is known as ray of light. Is known as ray of light. Okay. So that ray of light can be denoted by an arrow with a straight line with an arrow is the ray of light there. A straight line with an arrow is representation of ray of light. So this is the ray of light. It will be have this arrow mark will be represent the direction of the energy, light energy in the homogeneous medium it is traveling there. Okay. And this the length. So length of this, it will be the straight line will be shows in the light energy is traveling in a straight line path. Okay. So now we'll see their beam of light. Beam of light. So this bunch or bundle of light is said to be the bunch of light or bundle of light rays are said to be the bunch of light rays. Bunch of light rays or bundle of light rays are known as beam of light. Beam of light. This is a beam of light. The bunch of light rays are known as bunch or bundle of light rays are known as beam of light. See, bunch of light rays are nothing but this is a bunch of light rays. So collection of this all the light rays are said to be the beam of light there. So beam of light. Okay. So then see, while this light ray is traveling in the medium, okay, the light ray is traveling in the medium or in the homogeneous or in the vacuum there. So light is actually, it is a electromagnetic wave. It can be travel both in medium and non-medium. So then we can say that so what is that medium? So we'll understand the medium also. What is the medium actually? Okay. So medium is nothing but the substance through which the light can be travel. Okay. The medium is nothing but the substance through which the light can be travel is said to be the medium. Okay, so here write on there. Medium. The substance, medium is nothing but the substance, or we can say optical medium. Medium or optical medium, both are same. Optical medium. Optical medium. So the substance through which light can travel, the substance through which the substance through which light can travel is known as optical medium. Optical medium. The substance through which the light can be travel is known as optical medium. So the optical mediums, based on the passage of light, there are three kinds of optical mediums are there. Based on its properties, there are two kinds of mediums are there. Okay. So now the type of medium, the types of optical mediums, the types of optical medium based on the passage of light. Based on passage of light. Based on passage of light there. So they are here. First one is transparent medium. Transparent medium. Transparent medium. Transparent medium. And second one is translucent medium. Translucent medium. And third one is opaque medium. Opaque medium. Okay, these are the three kinds of mediums. So based on the passage of the medium there. So here transparent medium is nothing but the light can travel, the substance through which the light can travel easily. Okay. So light can passes here in this medium, light can travel easily. So that substances are known as transparent mediums or transparent objects. So second one is translucent medium. So here the light can be travel partially. Light can travel partially. Light can travel partially. Light can travel through the objects or through the medium partially. Okay. So means if the light is traveling from the objects, means what there we can see the objects. So outside of that medium, outside of the object, we can see what is the object it is. Okay. Translucent means that is the transparent there. So then light can be travel through the object there, and it can be shows what is the objects behind that substance, behind that object. So that is known as transparent medium. And translucent medium, light can travel partially means, so we cannot see the objects fully there behind that objects. Okay, it can the total light energy cannot be travel. Okay, so that we cannot see the objects behind it. So that substance, that objects are known as here translucent medium. Translucent medium. And for the transparent objects, we can see there the glass material is the transparent medium, and water surface is the water will be the transparent example for the transparent medium. And for the translucent medium, we can say there ground glass. Okay, and the oil papers. Okay, so oil papers are the translucent medium. And the butter paper also it is a translucent medium through which the light cannot pass is fully. The whole light amount of light cannot be travel through the objects so that we cannot see the objects behind them. But here in the transparent medium, we can see the objects behind that substance. Okay, clearly, distinctly, we can see the objects behind that objects are the substance. That is called the transparent medium and the translucent medium. And now opaque medium. So here the light energy not at all travel there. Light cannot travel through these substances, the substances through which the light cannot be travel is said to be the opaque medium there. So like all the objects like wall, all the rigid objects we can say there, through which light cannot be travel there. So due to this only the light can be reflected back from the object so that we can see the objects clearly there. So there, this property, that is, that substances are known as, or that objects are known as opaque medium then, or opaque substances. So these are the three kinds of mediums based on the passage of the light through them. So now based on properties of light, so we have the types of medium, types of optical medium, types of optical medium, types of optical medium based on properties of light. Based on properties of light. Properties of light. Okay. So here there are two types. They are the first one is homogeneous medium. Homogeneous medium. Homogeneous substance. And second one is heterogeneous. Heterogeneous medium. So homogeneous medium is nothing but the medium or the substance through which throughout the medium the light will be exist at every point, same properties, the properties of the light at every point in the medium throughout it, it will be same. Then that substances, that objects are said to be the homogeneous medium there. And here heterogeneous medium means the properties of light will exhibit different properties at different positions, different points in the medium throughout it. So then that is said to be the heterogeneous medium. So properties of light will be same. Properties of light as same throughout at every point, but here the properties of light is different. Properties of light different at different points. Different. Okay. So properties of light are different at different points in the medium throughout that substance is said to be the heterogeneous medium. Or we can say they are the homogeneous medium. Why they will be exhibit same properties means the distribution of the medium, the distribution of substance is uniform, and the density of, that is nothing but the density of the particles of the medium is uniform there, so that they will be exhibiting the same properties throughout it and at every point. And here heterogeneous medium there, the properties will be exhibit different properties means the density of the material, density of the substance is different at different positions, different points. So it will be exhibits the different properties of light there. So that is called the heterogeneous medium. This is about the medium, optical medium. Okay. So it is about the optical mediums there. So now we'll see there. We have seen there beam of light. So whenever the beam of light is passing, okay, through these different different mediums there. So it will be have the different properties. Suppose if it is passing through the optical means like here transparent medium, then it will be shows the objects behind it. If it is passes through the translucent medium, so it shows the objects partially. Then if it is passes through the this opaque mediums, then the light ray will be reflect into our eye, then the image of that will be formed in our eye, then we can see the objects what it is. Okay. So now we'll see there types of beam of light. We have learned the beam of light there. So there are different types of beam of light there. So we'll see the beam of light. beam of light. Okay, beams of light otherwise. Okay, here there are three types of beams of light are there. They are the parallel beam of light, parallel beam of light, parallel beam of light, parallel beam of light, and second one is a convergent beam of light, convergent beam of convergent beam of light, convergent beam of light, and third one is here, third one divergent beam of light there, divergent beam of light. There are these three kinds of beam of lights. Okay, they are parallel beam of light and divergent beam of light and convergent beam of light. Parallel beam of light means the ray of light, or we can say that the beam of light in which all the light rays, the beam of light in which all the light rays are parallel to each other. Okay, the beam of light in all the beam of light rays, the beam of light in which all the light rays will be parallel to each other. Okay, the beam of light in which all the light rays in it are parallel to each other, then that beam of light is said to be the parallel beam of light there. Okay, so that it may be like this also, but they are all parallel to each other. So that beam of light is said to be the parallel beam of light. Or we can say they may be like this, but they are parallel to each other. That light rays are said to be the parallel beam of light. Okay, now next one is a convergent beam of light there. So convergent beam of light means the beam of light in which all the light rays are seems to meet at a point there. So that beam of light is said to be the convergent beam of light there. See here, all the light rays are meet to a point there. They appear to meet at a point there. So they will meet at this point there. Okay. So that is said to be the convergent beam of light. So it may be like this also. It may be like this also. Means here all the light rays are seems to meet at a point there. All the light rays are appear. The beam of light in which all the light rays are seems to be meet at a point. They appear to meet at a point. So that beam of light is said to be the convergent beam of light there. So now next one is a divergent beam of light. Divergent beam of light is nothing but, so the beam of light in which all the light rays are seems to move away from a point there. Seems to move away from a point. So they are said to be the divergent beam of light. Okay. So or it may be, we can write like this also. We can draw them like this. So these are said to be the, means all the light rays in a beam are appear to move away from the point. They are said to be the divergent beam of light. See here, from here they are moving away. They are moving away from a point there. But here in the convergent beam of light, they are moving towards a point there. So that is the difference between this parallel beam and convergent and divergent beam of light rays. So that is about the different types of beam of light we have seen there, and we have seen the medium, different types of the mediums also we have seen there. Okay. So now we'll see there what are the properties of light we are going to understand. Okay. So to understand them, so here we will use the geometrical methods to understand the properties of light there. Then what are the properties of light we are going to understand here, that we are going to see here. So basically in this chapter here we are going to understand there two properties. One is the rectilinear property of light and another one is the reflection of light there. So in higher studies some more properties are there. So about them we are going to learn here. Now see there the properties of light. The properties of light will exist there. So next one you write on there, properties of light. Properties of light. So the properties of light here. So first one, rectilinear property of propagation of light. Rectilinear propagation of rectilinear propagation of light. Rectilinear propagation of light. See, what is this rectilinear propagation of light is nothing but the phenomena of light which travels in a homogeneous medium along a straight line path is said to be the rectilinear propagation of light. Okay, the phenomena of light energy, the phenomenon of the phenomenon of the phenomenon of light energy, the phenomenon of light energy travels in a homogeneous medium, in a homogeneous medium, homogeneous medium, homogeneous medium along a straight line path, 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 straight line path is said to be the is known as rectilinear propagation of light, rectilinear propagation of light, propagation of light. So due to this property, what happens that due to this property only we will get a shadow. So because in a homogeneous medium the light is traveling in a straight line path, whenever it fall on a opaque substance there, it will be fall on a opaque substance, then so behind that there is no light travels there, so behind that the dark patch will be seen there, that dark patch behind the objects, behind the opaque object, when the light is fall on them, so that is said to be the shadow. Okay, so due to these properties, due to this properties, due to this property, due to this property of light, due to this property of light, due to this property of light, it forms the shadows, it forms the shadow, it forms the shadow. So shadow is nothing but the dark patch, shadow is nothing but the dark patch, the dark patch forms, dark patch forms behind the opaque substance, behind the opaque substance, behind the opaque substance, behind the opaque substance, when the light falls, when the light falls on the light falls on the light falls on them. Okay, so when it is fall on the opaque substances, then behind them there is a dark patch will be seen there, so that dark patch is said to be the shadow. Okay, due to that their ellipse will be forms there. About that we are going to see and we are going to understand in the next class there. Okay, thank you children, have a nice day.